It's been 8 weeks since week 4, and in week 4, a 5-point loss to Ole Miss shaped season 2 of the UAB Blazers dynasty, and that tenure under Coach Cena, as now 6 straight wins later, going down to Tampa, Florida, look to see about getting revenge on the USF Bulls, who traveled to Birmingham last season and took down the Blazers in a 7-point game, and which would turn to be a very disappointing loss, but would feature the future Heisman winner. Now with only 2 games left in the season, and both of them being on the road, O'Key will have to keep his composure tight and not let these crowds get to him, rattle his cage, throw off his focus, as he leads this offense up the field, and he'll hand it off to Ingram on the second straight play. Sometimes these drives look like ones from previous weeks, as it kind of looked like how our drive from last week started. Is there on that left side is Hawkins, and he'll catch the ball. You have to jump up to do so, but get us a first down. Keep the drive going now up to the 35-yard line, as we'll hand it off to Ingram once again, who has a lot of space, and Ferguson is unable to come up with the block. But Ingram, now past the 50-yard line, will stiff arm a man, keeping this drive hot, making the Bulls have to load this box in an effort to stop him.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And O'Key, after having 2 interceptions in the last game, disappointing performance, will step up here, making it 3rd and 5. And as I said in the last episode, one thing we know at this point is that our kicker could make an appearance, so we don't want to go backwards. But instead, we'll just get the first down. And after his 100th carry on the season, Ingram will check out and LeCount will check in. So you know what that means. If LeCount's in the game, that means we're looking to go fast. That means we want to shift this offense in fast pace. NASCAR, NASCAR, NASCAR. O'Key will take the snap now, dumping it down to Ferguson, who will make a move on a defender there. And LeCount is still in the game, so we still want to go fast, as we'll hustle the troops back to the line and get a direct snap now to LeCount, who gets 6 yards. NASCAR, NASCAR, NASCAR. We'll call one more play here with LeCount in the game. And O'Key will roll out, seeing Hawkins make a move on the defender, but it is knocked away. We had Caleb Brown on that backside, but I really wanted to get a catch there for Hawkins. As now Tabor will check in on 3rd and 6 and take a handoff there behind a guard, but unable to come up with anything, as that edge rusher sniffed that run out. And Mr. Consistency, our kicker, will come out once more, slicing it down the middle with perfect power and precision. And Perez, who I believe got hurt in the last game, is hurt in this game. And oh, how beautiful it must be for these USF Bulls to have a stadium such as the Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as I'm sure it's an attraction for the fans, for recruits, for the College Football Playoff Committee, as they already host national championships in this stadium.
And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
So Brantley, this year's quarterback for the USF Bulls. The Bulls not having as much success as they had last season, now with a 4-6 record, will show this offense for the first time, and just like last week,
and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Can't get this off the screen, so I can't do anything. But just like last week with Rice, we use a little bit of tempo as they'll run the ball here. And now on 3rd and 2. A.J. Brown will make some adjustments to his defense, not able to shoot the gap and come up with the tackle. And Kerry Brown gets the tackle after the running back goes over the 1st-yard mark, down at 37.
Such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football.
Cadillac Amari Adams
This offense has been so
getting a stop there on 1st down, using that pure power, making it a short gain, and now with a 2nd straight handoff. Kerry Brown, KB, on our defensive side, comes up with a big tackle. And with the veer and shoot formation, there's a sack and a forced fumble. And that'll drive the Bulls backwards. I believe somebody may have been injured on that play. I guess not. But that'll bring out the punt team here for the Bulls as we get ready to wind down on this 1st quarter. So Key with 30 seconds left will bring the offense back out. Looking here on the 1st play of the drive to hit somebody that normally does not catch a lot of passes for us. There to Ingram. And so with not much time left on the clock, O'Key does want to hustle back to the line, which isn't something he normally does without LeCount in. But he takes a shot there at Elder, and their star cornerback, and it is knocked away, bringing up a 3rd and 5 here. And so on 3rd and 5, showing no fear, we'll still hand it off to Ingram, who will shake the safety out of his shoes and stiff arm the corner. And now after an injury, that'll temporarily stop the clock. We'll force the clock to stop altogether, and O'Key not looking to give this Bulls defense any room to breathe. Tries to hit Hawkins there over the middle, but not able to connect.
I'm just making sure you don't catch it. Great job getting the deflection, fight through the hands, make sure.
So with 3 seconds left here in the 1st quarter, O'Key will take the snap once again. And on that play he threw an interception on last week. Tries to go to Hawkins again, and it is overthrown to end the 1st quarter. If we have to here, we'll take 5 or 6 yards. Bring Mr. Consistency back out. See about taking some more points, but we'll hand it to Tabor, who gets a nice block there by Hawkins, who crosses across the offense to the backside safety, instead giving us a 1st down and a new set of downs. Wow, that is the wonkiest play I think I have ever seen on NCAA. I'm glad I'm recording because things like this happen and somebody has to see them. And so on 2nd down, O'Key making adjustments as he sees that safety creeping down. And he'll hit Hawkins on the right side, but it's broken up. And O'Key probably still having some doubts about himself from last week, as he hasn't been able to connect here early and often with his receivers. But he will that time. Hawkins loses all of his momentum and is driven back only to the line of scrimmage, so no positive gain. You got to bring up Mr. Consistency again. And now on his 2nd attempt of the day, he slices and will dice it, giving us now a 6-0 lead in the 2nd quarter. This offense not being able to punch the ball into the end zone is going to be an issue at some point. But right now, a kicker is the most valuable weapon that any offense or defense can have. And so Coach Cena, okay with the results from the previous drive by his offense, but not happy, as the running back will squirt away and get down to the 45-yard line. I'm sure he's over at the bench now talking to his offense, telling them that they have to find a way to get the ball into the end zone. They can't keep taking field goals, as eventually, if USF is able to strike at any point, they could be the leaders in this game.
To the ground, he's got it again. Jukes his way for more. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take
the running back, after 2 straight plays of running, was injured on the last play and taken out, and so now his backup will be featured. But instead they call for the RPO and throw it to the inside slot receiver. And Brantley making adjustments as he scans the defense. Will fake a handoff and see a man, but he's thrown there between 2 defenders. You may have heard the footsteps from Deshaun Spears and drops the pass there. And so on 2nd and 10, with this wide set from this Bulls offense, there on the sack is Odinger off the edge, driving Brantley backwards. Now forcing a 3rd and 17 from the 50-yard line. A long way to go, as now the Bulls offense stalling on what looked like a very promising drive. And he'll throw it down to his receiver. He'll pick up about 6 yards, and that'll bring the punt team back out.
And the Bulls decide to punt it away from their own 22.
Okay, with 3.5 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter, bringing the Blazers offense back out. And part of the course, unable to come up with anything there on 1st down. I think it's time that we get a little bit deeper into our RPO bag. We haven't called a ton of RPOs at all in this series, as we tried to call one there, and I wanted to throw the ball, but our offensive player got bumped there in the backfield, so no alley to throw the ball there.
Motion from the wide receiver.
So on 3rd and 12 from the 20, Hawkins will come in motion. And off the edge is a defender who comes up with a sack, as O'Kee had no idea that he was coming as he came from the backside. And so the Blazers once again will punt, giving the Bulls back down the ball down at the 50-yard line. So Coach Cena's advice to the offense after the last drive falling on deaf ears, as once again they're unable to come up with points at all, let alone three great plays or a touchdown in the least bit. Didn't even sniff a 1st down in that drive. But our defense, solid as a rock right now, performing very well in this game. And now it's 3rd and 11 as Brantley scans the defense, looks over the top, wants to throw it Des Ricks' way, but he'll knock it away. After coming up with an interception last week, I know he desperately wanted to get that one in his hands, but it's just deflected, and that'll probably help, as they'll just punt the ball away and give us the ball in better territory than we would have gotten it had he caught the interception. 1st and 10 here with 1 minute and 45 seconds left to Bohr. And this rushing attack, after having a good first quarter, not having a good 2nd quarter here. Not finding the same breathing room that we found there in the 1st quarter. As you'll see, even when we try to pass here, we have nowhere that we can go. So it's 3rd and 9, as this Bulls defense is doing their job just as much as the Blazers defense, as we try to hit Ferguson there pretty quickly with a quick catch, and it's knocked away. And so now forcing another punt.
This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line.
So there, after trading possessions 2 straight times, all we did was push each other 20 yards in the opposite direction. And so that'll bring the Bulls back out on offense, almost able to come up with the interception there, as you see the defender will throw his hands up, but the ball is thrown just too sharply there by Brantley. We're unable to come up with the interception on that last play. And so they'll hustle back to the line, trying to find somebody over the middle. That's right in front of Kerry Brown, and that's going to be a Bulls touchdown. An excellent call by the offensive coordinator against the defense that we called. Calling a cover 2 look, not having anybody over the middle. Brantley was able to wait long enough for that receiver to come open on that post route. And that has to frustrate this Blazers offense, but it has to be to the joy of the Bulls defense, who was held pretty tightly for the majority of today's contest. And still holding on to anything on the ground very well, as you'll see O'Key not even having enough time to get the ball off there. And this is going to leave Coach Cena fuming, as USF has 2 timeouts and a whole 40-second clock, but it's not going to matter right now because Ingram, who has been our workhorse and our only source of offense thus far in the game, gets a first down and keeps the clock going. And O'Key will take off as a runner and just get out of bounds down to the 40-yard line. So yes, I did accidentally pull down the icons for O'Key to run, but I'm glad that I did because it worked out, as we'll dump it down to Ferguson, who has space, and we'll get out of bounds with 2nd and inches. That play indeed did just work out there for O'Key, as his effort running the ball is just as warranted and needed as him passing the ball, because today he's unable to really connect well with his receivers. And so as you see, USF hanging back deep. We'll just run out of bounds here, as we still have 12 seconds and all 3 timeouts. We'll just continue to try to find ways to nickel and dime USF off the field if they choose to play off coverage. And so we'll dump it down to Elder, who'll get his first catch in as many weeks and get us down now to the 20. And so USF now playing a little more press coverage, but still seeing that off coverage is O'Key. And he'll throw it once more to Elder, who has another great catch there on the sideline. And with 5 seconds left, you've got to know that Coach Cena is going to be a little aggressive here and try to score. Try to get a quick pass out here, as O'Key will scan the defense and dump it to Ferguson, who's down at the 1-yard line, but we have a flag on the play. Considering that it won't matter, as we'll probably only have 1 play, the penalty will be declined, as it is a offside by, I guess, the defensive back, maybe. So with just 1 play left in the half, of course, the Blazers want points here. They don't want to walk away with anything other than 6, as he'll dump it down to Ferguson, and it is incomplete there to end the half. Ferguson looking like he could corral it and fall on top of it, but unable to do so. And that'll send us to the half, down a point, 6-7.
And yes, football is a game of inches, but it's a good job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop.
The importance of scoring a touchdown on your first drive, as I alluded to over and over in the first season, is so important, as it sets the tone for the game, especially when you don't get the ball at the half. I always try to kick if I can, but the Blazers on defense and the Bulls, after finding a little bit of daylight there at the end of the half, now thinking that they have found something, send Brantley out in this offense, and they'll throw it up deep down the right sideline, and it's knocked away by Watson, just in case. to give the receiver absolutely no opportunity to make any play on that ball and force a punt on the Bulls' first drive of the game. At any rate, in the second half, we have to get this run game going, as that edge rusher, number 12, once again hustling off that backside of that play, showing all types of pursuit, making that a short game for Tabor, as we'll give it to him once more, and this time he's able to come up with the first down. And so I want to let him spin easy O-key, hand it off to your boy and go. No, we're just going to pull it. But after that great read by the linebacker, that's not going to be a thing. That's going to drive us backwards. And so on the 47, we know we need 8 to 9 yards here to make this a good drive, as Tabor will try to get behind his O-line. We're not able to come away with the whole 8 or 9 that we needed on that last play, but here on 3rd and 9, we need at least 5 or 6 here to give our kicker a chance. But we'll get it to Hawkins, who will get more than 6. He'll get down a 20-yard catch there to the 21-yard line. O'Key not having as efficient of a game as he normally would have. Probably not satisfied with the results that he normally would have in a game like this today, but finding his rhythm here in the second half, as Caleb Brown will come up with the catch there. And we'll continue to go fast here on this drive. As now with a little bit of momentum, the Blazers aren't looking to let that go. And Caleb Brown will come away with another catch, now getting it down to the goal line. Looking to put 7 points on the board. Tabor will take the handoff and go right up the middle to number 12, that edge rusher that has been giving us all type of fits all day. And he'll come up with another tackle right there, as LeCount will check into the game and get a direct snap to try to find and wiggle his way through the defense and down to the 3-yard line, and LeCount is in. You know I want to let him spin. We're going to go fast, back to the line. O'Key calling the play. Defensive player shuffling around. It's another handoff to LeCount, who will have a touchdown. Blazers. The absolute right call from Coach Cena and the offensive coordinator to go ahead and go for 2 here and make it a 1-score game. As you see, O'Key will roll out, try to get his ball over to Hawkins, but he throws it a little too inside instead of throwing it to that front pylon, and it's knocked away there by the defender, making it only a 5-point game now after the touchdown. 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter after a score by the Blazers. The defense coming back out, reading this run, but the running back, who has had a couple good runs all game, they're able again to get away just a little bit. And they continue with the tempo, hustling back to the line, but calling plays pretty slowly. The quarterback will dump it over to the receiver over the middle as he's rolling out of the pocket, and they're able to connect for 8 yards. And once again, handing it off, but this time corralled. Going backwards is Michael Allen, making it 3rd and 4 now here for this Bulls offense. Looking not to punt the ball away. Coming off that Blazer touchdown, I'm sure the Bulls are probably going to do something tricky here as they run play action. And I knew it, Bashir is blown right past because I pressed. And that is going to be a Bulls touchdown.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football.
I wanted to press to try to give, some type of stop or some type of bump, so that way they wouldn't, I would have a chance to get home as they get their 2-point conversion. But instead, Bashir gives up a touchdown, now giving the Blazers a 3-point deficit with 1:14 left in the 3rd quarter. And Hawkins will take it out, now down to the 17. O'Key, with right over a minute left in the 3rd quarter, will start off the drive, handing it off to one of his favorite running backs, and Tabor, who's having a pretty good second half here. And so now Ingram will check in, who's had a pretty good game thus far, and break off another big game here. And there's another defender. There's two defenders down on that play, both clinching at their legs there for USF. And it looks like number 12, that critical defender that we've been having to go up against all game, has checked out. As O'Kee seeing a one-on-one matchup, always looking at Caleb Brown. Tries to get away from the defensive line and is taken down with a 17-yard loss.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Looked like it could have been a very promising drive, as O'Kee will just give Caleb Brown a chance, and they're connecting here late in the third quarter is O'Kee and Caleb Brown to end the third quarter. Actually, we'll try to go ahead and get off one more play. But a big hookup there for those two to end the third quarter, give us the first down on 3rd and 27, and put us on our own territory, almost close to the red zone. So we'll have to see about coming up with a score here and taking the lead, as we'll only have a few possessions left in this game. So many possessions left that we now are in the fourth quarter and have not been comfortably in the lead at any point in this game. At one point only leading by 6, 2 field goals. I said earlier that wouldn't be enough to beat this Bulls team. As one touchdown very likely won't do it either. But O'Kee now in the fourth quarter, giving his team a chance in his 3rd and 2, and will bring that heavy split spot package out and hand it off to Ingram, who will fight for nothing and get back to the line. And in an effort to tie the game up, we'll go ahead and bring Mr. Consistency out and kick the field goal to make it a tie game, just in case for some reason something is to happen. Like I said, we don't have but so many possessions left, so we'll want to ensure that we are careful with the ones that we do have. 5.5 minutes to go here in the game, and the Bulls bringing their offense back out. And there Michael Allen with the carry, only getting 2 yards here. A scary time for this Bulls offense, who really didn't have that much of a good game overall. But as we're making adjustments, they're rushing back to the line, and we don't move quickly enough, and they're able to pick up a first down there. And so you'll see the Bulls here making adjustments on the go, as I could already see that they were going to throw that post route inside. Anytime the computer has the inside, they are going to throw the ball. And I'm lucky that Dez Ricks was there, and he was able to knock away that ball as he was right on that guy's hip. So now 3rd and 8. This is the thing about when these teams rush back to the line. I don't feel like it always helps them, as now the quarterback will drop back. But I got Gilbert there, and he's going to break it up, as I thought we would get an interception there, but a breakup is good nonetheless. And I think in last week or this week's game, I gave up a really long 3rd down on that same play coming off of that tight end. But you see that time I stayed with the tight end, as we'll get a little gain there with Caleb Brown and bring the Blazers offense back out, looking to take a commanding lead in this game after having the lead for much of the first quarter off 2 field goals. Not looking to abandon this run game at all, as we know this is the identity and the nucleus of this team. And Ingram, our workhorse, now with 13 carries, almost upwards to 100 yards, making sure that he doesn't let his team not have a chance to win, as Hawkins over the middle will take it up, down now to the 13-yard line, as a very good throw there by O'Kee will help us out. And we'll rush back to the line as we feel as we have a little momentum here. And we'll change the play on the go, signaling to everybody that we want to hand it off to Tabor, and Tabor will go up the middle, now down to the 4-yard line. And the world is at our oyster now. Tabor and Ingram both giving us a heap of carries today. Thankfully, as Lepowski and Xavier Hamilton from UAB and USF respectively are both injured on the play. And so we'll check LeCount in here from the 5-yard line and give him another direct snap in this game, and he'll find almost down to the end zone this time. And we'll rush back to the line. Of course, you know, LeCount is in. I want to let him spin. And I'm going to hand it off here to him again. And he's not able to push his way into the end zone. And that is okay, as we'll get Lepowski back in the game. We need him at this critical juncture in the game. And he just poofed into the game. But that will bring up the 2-minute mark in this game, a very critical moment. We have to ensure that we don't make any mistakes, don't go backwards, no turnovers. Coach Cena's almost always famous words to his offense, as this time we'll hand it off to LeCount again, and he's stuffed at the line again. And I know that if nothing else happens right here, I'm not going to go backwards, I'm not going to throw the ball, but I am going to hand it off to Tabor, who is met at the line. And on 3 straight plays, we are stuffed at the line. But Coach Cena not looking to let the kicker be the deciding factor in today's game. We'll keep the offense out and go for it here on the 2-yard line, knowing that he could pin this team deep. And O'Kee will just waltz right between the guard and the tackle into the end zone for 6. And now give us a 6-point lead pending the point after attempt. And Mr. Consistency, the MVP of the last 2 weeks, will come out. And after a 10-play drive, that will give the Blazers a 7-point lead here, 22-15 late in the 4th quarter with 1 minute and 26 seconds left. The defense just has to hold tight.
But even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Ohio. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on
Having everything covered there on 1st down, the quarterback just taking off, getting a short gain. But the clock continues to roll here for the Bulls. They have to drop back, throw it over the middle. And although they get the 1st down, that'll keep the clock going. So they go ahead and call a timeout there pretty quickly.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish
And so, with 1 minute and 6 seconds and 1 timeout left for the Bulls, you got to know that they're going to try to hit us over the top, something. But we've got to do everything we can just to keep this clock going. As again, the 1st down is given up, but as soon as that ball is spotted, that'll continue the clock. As the clock continues to go, but it's spiked, which will still cause the Bulls to lose it down there. And at this juncture in the game, it's critical for the Bulls to have as many downs and as much time as they can possibly have. But throws over the middle like this, pass breakups, and you see, after a spike, and a pass breakup there on 2nd down. Now it's only 2 plays left to pick from. And time is still not on USF's side, as the quarterback now will throw away. And luckily, after some bad showings in previous weeks, this Blazer defense not giving us the same vibes that they gave us from the FAU game. Playing a lot better in the passing game, getting pressure from the defensive line. Everybody doing their job. As there, I don't do my job, and I allow the catch right at the mark, as I was trying to guard the line, but I didn't do very well. And so that'll continue the drive. And now with 30 seconds left,
on 2nd and 10.
I know our defense almost got comfortable there because it was 4th down, but my user also got quite comfortable there, knowing that it was fourth down, and didn't play very well there. As a quarterback will take off, and now spending their last timeout is USF. So everything now is keep it in front of you, keep it in bounds, and let that clock just roll. And so much like they've already done up to this point in the game, the Bulls will rush back to the line and spike the ball again. And so they're doing a great job with clock management as far as spiking the ball, getting back to the line, getting first downs, things like that. Now with only 28 yards with 22 seconds, we can't give up anything big. Can't give up too much of anything. As it's broken up there by Des Ricks, you have to ensure, if anything else, just keep it in front of you. Don't let anything get behind you. As there's a one-on-one opportunity there for Watson, and he overplays it and gives up the late touchdown. And so USF, feeling bold here, will go for 2 instead of going for the tie and playing for overtime. They want to spoil our weekend. And they'll go outside, and I meet him there at the line, and he is pushed back, and that is a stop. And all we have to do is get this, and the game is over. As Byler, our freshman, will get it and go down. It will send out O'Key in this offense, and we will kneel the clock out and move to 10-1 on the season. The number 13 UAB Blazers go down to Raymond James, and after giving up a last-second touchdown, comes up very clutch there on the last play of the game, the 2-point stop. And my user there, I was able to get out in front of it as I saw the I saw the speed option coming. I avoided all the defenders. O'Key, as you can see again, getting that touchdown to take the lead. This Blazers team will fly back to Birmingham tonight happy and knowing that they are just one game away from finishing up the regular season as one side of the American Conference Championship game. Join us next time as we take on the UTSA Roadrunners in the last game of the season of the UAB Blazer Dynasty. Thank you all for watching. It's your boy Drizzum Gaming, and I'm out.